And welcome to this edition of ACAP Today for the week of October 26, 2020. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's broadcast, we're going to talk all things Let's Go here in Aroostook County. It's a program designed to help young children and children across Aroostook County have healthy nutrition and healthy physical activity in their lives. And they're honoring several sites, actually many sites across Aroostook County with awards this time of year for their great work. We're going to talk with ACAP's program lead on the 5210 Let's Go program, as well as with a couple of sites and check in with them on their success and their status of award recipients this particular season. But before we do that, as we do on each broadcast, we are first going to get to the news and information that you can use during this week of October 26, 2020. And we do so by reminding everyone that ACAP's offices are open by appointment, phone, virtually, and with curbside assistance. In addition to that, our 771 Main Street location and our Holton Military Street location are open for individuals who just want to show up. Of course, we are encouraging you to call first. The facilities are locked, but you can call first, and then with the appropriate screening, you will be allowed into the building and able to meet with an individual here inside either that location in Presque Isle or in Holton. We also want to remind folks that if you know that you are in need of services but aren't sure what those services are or how to access them, ACAP's Navigator program is very much here for you. Please do contact us at 764-3721 if you would like to speak to one of our navigators and see what services might be available for you. It's an opportunity for you to connect with services that you may not know exist. We also want to remind you that November 1st starts with the local healthcare navigator marketplace open enrollment period. We do here at ACAP have a qualified healthcare navigator, a local healthcare marketplace navigator. His name is Stan Targonski, and he will be taking appointments throughout the open enrollment period, which runs through December 15th, 2020. If you are in need of health insurance or just have questions about enrolling in the open marketplace, please do contact Stan. His number is our number here, 764-3721, extension 158 with our new phone system. You can just dial extension 158 when you reach us. We also want to let you know that we'll be talking with Stan on a future edition of ACAP Today to learn a little bit more about the healthcare insurance marketplace and the work that he does and navigators across the state of Maine do to help get people connected with health insurance. We want to also let you know about the COVID-19 rental relief program. We did share with you that the program did expire on September 30th, 2020. I can tell you that our team is working very closely with Maine Housing, as are all CAP agencies across the state, to assess the current situation and any funding that may be available or remaining from the rental assistance program. And it looks like we may be reopening the program for the months of October and November to continue to meet the needs of our community. Now, that's not definitive yet, but we will publicly announce if and when we can reinstitute the program and any new guidelines when we get the final green light. But we just wanted to let those of you out there who are challenged economically by COVID-19 and having a difficulty paying your rent, that this program may be coming back. Please stay tuned for more information. Speaking of keeping under a roof and keeping warm this winter, our community closet project has expanded to better serve the community as we enter the colder months. If you visited our 771 Main Street facility of late or driven by, you will note that there is a new closet built structure just to the left of our main entrance that has a clothing closet in it that people can drop off clothing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or pick up clothing as needed. And just outside of that closet is the Community Coats Project, which is a rack specifically with warm winter coats that people again can leave coats or pick up coats 24/7. Please do support, or if you are in need, utilize this valuable service. Our community cupboard, which is just right next to the closet and the community coats, is also available for individuals to drop off non-perishable food items 24/7 or to pick up as needed food items that are needed. And we want to acknowledge our sponsor of the month for our community cupboard this month, the United Way of Aroostook. ACAP is celebrating National Weatherization Day this Friday, October 30th. ACAP helps to keep people safe and dry in their homes through the weatherization program. We also offer education or assistance in areas of energy efficiency and repair. So please do contact us and join us in celebrating National Weatherization Day with our crew this Friday. We're also calling, speaking of weatherization is one of the areas where, in addition to our own crew, we deploy crews throughout Aroostook County, not only for weatherization, but for our CHIP program, which is the Central Heating Improvement Program. So we are looking for heating system contractors to help us with installation of heating systems across Aroostook County. There's more information on our website, or you can call us or contact us at info@acap-me.org if you are a contractor and would like to be considered, if a heating system contractor and would like to be considered for work through ACAP. Speaking of working, we are working with our 3 local workforce investment boards across Aroostook County. That's a workforce Maine.org through Opportunity, Coastal Counties Workforce, and the Northeastern Workforce Development Board. In addition to the service providers that are Workforce Solutions, Eastern Maine Development Corporation, and of course us here at ACAP, to offer workshops virtually several times a month on several different topics shown here on your screen. If you would like more information on that, please give Kathy Williams a call here at ACAP, and she will hook you up with these online workshops, and you can do them right from the comfort of your own home. Some great things such as interviewing tips and tricks, making career choices, and resume and cover letter development, among other topics, are available through these courses. We also want to remind folks, we talked about this last week, and in a couple of weeks, we'll have these ladies, Mary Duff and Sophia Kraus, on as our guests to talk about the Young Workers Academy. If you are between the ages of 16 and 24 years old and are looking to start a career, ACAP can certainly help you build the skills to succeed. This Young Workers Academy will be done virtually, an online training academy. It will be an 8-week offering about career and educational opportunities, and it will be completed together with a paid work experience. So it's an opportunity for you to earn some money while training for a new career. Throughout this program, you'll learn about employability skills, how to manage money, meet employers who are hiring throughout the region, and earn a salary through the work experience that I just spoke of. Contact either Mary Duff in our Holton Center or Sophia Kraus here in Presque Isle, 764-3721, and you can reach either one of them to learn more about the Workforce Academy. Next, we want to remind folks to vote. November 3rd is next Tuesday. If you have any information about your local polling station, the best place to go is vote411.org. Again, www.vote411.org, and community action votes. And we're asking you to please all join us in having your voice be heard this election season. We also are partnering with the Department of Health and Human Services to remind you that they're doing a transportation study for individuals who use transportation services through the Department of Health and Human Services. There is a 20-minute survey that they're asking folks to complete before November 6th, and you will be entered into a drawing for one of 3 $50 Walmart gift cards. That survey can be found on Maine DHHS's website or Facebook page, should say specifically, again, HTTPS, and then you see the surveymonkey.com, our Maine DHHS, but best place to go is to the Department of Health and Human Services Facebook page. Please consider taking that survey and giving your feedback about transportation provided through DHHS in Aroostook County. Our tobacco programs here at ACAP are reminding folks, specifically workplaces, that the 1985 Workplace Smoking Act established to protect employers and employees from the detrimental effects of environmental tobacco use, includes that state of Maine workplaces are required to establish a written tobacco policy prohibiting smoking in all enclosed areas. ACAP does have staff available to assist workplaces with policy development and provide free signage as well as education to yourself and to your employees. Please contact Chastity Holland at cholland@acap-me.org to get started. Again, this is a free service to your business. We'll work with you on the policy, and then we will help you by connecting you with free smoke-free building signs, such as the one you're seeing here on your screen. Again, contact Chastity Holland here at ACAP for assistance with that. We also are offering our Homeworks home buyer education classes. Greg Doak is the person who teaches those classes. This is the last one coming up for calendar year 2020. It is on Saturday, November 14th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. There are many incentives for participating in this class. It's a low tuition fee, and then the rewards in terms of the low interest rates and your closing costs that are covered are well worth your participation in this class. So if you have any questions about this, or if you would like more information about the November 14th, there are a limited number of spots left available in the class. And I will mention that it's conducted completely virtually, so no worries about COVID-19, as you will be doing it from the comfort of your home or your office on Saturday, November 14th. Again, contact Greg Doak for any additional information on that. We want to remind folks that our Home Energy Assistance Program is accepting appointments for the 2020-2021 season, and we will love to hear from you. There are new program guidelines that make many more Aroostook County households eligible this year, and we encourage you to give us a call, give our program a call, 764-3721, press 1 for the Home Energy Assistance Program, and you will be directed accordingly. We would love to have more people apply for the program. It's not that you'll be taking it away from another household. If you qualify, and your assistance benefit will come directly to your fuel vendor account. Please do consider scheduling an appointment. We are scheduling at this point into January and February, but would love to be able to provide you with this assistance. Speaking of providing assistance in terms of fuel emergencies, the Helping Hands for Warm and Safe Homes Telethon is coming up on November 19th, 2020. It's a day-long event on WAGM. We'll kick off at 5:30 a.m. and we'll run that evening until 8 p.m. We'll also be doing some Facebook Live work that day as well, so you can catch us online or on TV. It's a partnership between ACAP and the United Way of Aroostook, and we encourage all who are able to donate to donate. We will also be doing that day, having our Home Energy Assistance Program team doing applications for individuals who haven't applied and don't have an appointment this season directly over the phone. More information to come as this date approaches. Please stay tuned to WAGM and other local media as information on the Helping Hands for Warm and Safe Homes Telethon is released. And finally, in our news that you can use segment, we are wearing masks when out in public, and even within our own facilities when we're interacting with other folks or in the public sections of our building outside of our own private office space. So we do encourage you to do that as well. It is working to help stop the spread of COVID-19. So please do join us in this effort to stop the spread of COVID-19 by wearing your mask whenever in public. If you are in need of a mask, we do have some available through our ACAP facilities, and we would be happy to provide those to you free of charge. Please do contact us at 764-3721, and we will make arrangements to have you pick up a mask at your nearest ACAP location. Again, thank you so much for helping us keep our community safe and healthy. And as we mentioned at the top of ACAP Today, the broadcast, we are going to be joined today on this program for a feature interview by folks with the Let's Go program. And we are joined by Renee Bragdon, who leads the Let's Go program for the Aroostook County Action Program, as well as Lori Gilman, the Director of Food Service with the Easton Schools, who's going to talk to us about success in her program as well. So welcome both to the program, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, Renee, let's begin with you and talk about, first of all, just remind everyone, we've had you on the broadcast before, but what the Let's Go program is all about.
So the Let's Go program is a childhood obesity program, prevention program. And so we mostly work with ECE, which is the early child care education providers, and we work with rec departments, school nutrition, and schools.
So there are awards in terms of the work that folks do, and this is award season. So tell us about the Let's Go recognitions that are happening across Aroostook County.
Yes, and so every year we like to recognize the hard work that our sites are doing, and typically we can place them in a level of bronze, silver, and gold. And we want to make sure that all of these small steps that sites are, accomplishing, we want to make sure that they do get recognized and are appreciated. And we want to make sure that the children of Aroostook County are benefiting from each of these sites and the work that they're doing.
And there are quite a bit. We're going to run the list on the screen a little bit later, but there are quite a number of sites in Aroostook County this year, correct?
Yes, so this year we have about 69 that actually got recognized. We had 29 school nutrition programs, 4 out-of-school programs, 31 ECE programs, and 5 school programs that were recognized. Now, that is only in Aroostook County, and so we had some really big achievements. We work throughout Maine and New Hampshire, and I believe those totals were about 917, which is huge.
Oh, that's phenomenal. So talk a little bit about what it takes to get a bronze, silver, or gold commendation from the Let's Go program.
Right, and I think we have a slide that kind of shows that. Yes, that's the one. Thank you, Jason. So the bronze implementation, this is a level that's all about making changes in the daily practices and environment, and it's done by implementing 5 priority strategies. Silver is about communication, and this is about communicating with their families. And as we want to make changes in the daily practices and the environment, and it's important to make families aware of the changes. And when you bring families into the conversations, it allows them to be advocates and role models, and we want to practice the same thing at home as these sites are doing. And really, it does increase accountability. And as far as gold, this is about putting changes that they've made into policy. And so anyone who has a gold recognition, they've have a written policy in place, and that helps ensure that the environment remains a healthy place throughout the entire year, and that the kids and the staff are moving on, and they've clearly set a policy around these practices.
And we're going to talk to one of the school nutrition leaders in just a moment about their success in Easton in particular, but talk about the what's called the 5-step path to success for our Let's Go sites.
Right, and so typically this path is an overview of how our whole year looks. And typically what we do is the first step is to engage. And so we want, yes, thank you for bringing that up. We want to make sure that sites are on board. They know the year is starting. I will always send out a welcome letter to come back for returning sites. And this is the time that we sign up new sites as well. And the second step is to assess the environment, which means we want to get an action plan and have conversations with the partners and come up with strategies and things that they may need to work on and things that they're doing well as too. The third step is to implement the program and the action plan. And so we want to take steps at that moving forward. And I can always help with the strategies. I come up with resources. I make sure that sites are on track and have goals set. And we work closely together to make sure that we're a partnership and a team. The fourth step is to complete the survey. And this is a big portion of our of how our assessment happens. And so we want to assess our work as well as the site's work. And so each year, our site champions will fill out a survey, and this is how we collect our data as well. So it's very important. And the fifth step is to celebrate. And this is kind of the step we're at right now. And we want to share the success that the sites have accomplished. We want to make sure that they get recognized. We send certificates in the mail, and we just want to make sure that the small steps that they're taking are recognized.
And so speaking of recognition, one of the schools that is being recognized right now is the Easton School Department. And the lead for the Let's Go program within the Easton Schools, Lori Gilman. Welcome to ACAP Today and congratulations.
Thank you, Jason. It's really great to be here.
So tell us about the recognition that the Easton Schools received. What level did you receive your recognition at?
We received gold, and we've been at gold for a couple of years now.
Congratulations, that's wonderful. So talk about what it is that you do and how your school has really embraced this program.
Well, first and foremost, it's our students. We do this for them and their families because it's such a wonderful program to be involved in. And we certainly appreciate all the support that 5210 Let's Go brings us. But we keep a scorecard, like Renee had mentioned, and I can review the scorecard a little bit. That's how we achieve a gold standard, and there's categories that we have to follow and check off. So I'm going to just review a few of those. Yes, that's the scorecard that the schools go by. We meet as managers and directors with Renee and ACAP and Let's Go to kind of go over and see what everybody's doing. So this is standard for everyone. But there are several categories, and there's like the focus on fruit, focus on vegetables, our milk, so our food and our fluids, milk and water. We also have an area for lunchroom atmospheres, student involvement, staff involvement, meaning teachers, nursing, janitors, and parents. And we also have our community involved, like REC and various other agencies out there that we get involved. But just to give an example on some of the scorecards, as they have them in categories, and we go through each category and we see what are we doing and what are we doing right. So for instance, on the fruit, we offer a couple of kinds of fruit a day. We have sliced, we have canned, vegetables, the same thing. We might offer a couple of types of different vegetables. Then we have fruits and veggies of the day, and we make sure that the kids know what they're getting. And other things that we do to make, for instance, like the atmosphere better in our cafeterias. Our cafeteria is a huge classroom, and we love to teach our children. So when they come in, we have fun posters and little signs. Our menus are put in the office, in the hallway, in the cafeteria. They're sent home. They're on our webpage. So there's lots of education, and parents and students are aware of what they're going to have for lunches. The cafeteria is well lit. It's clean. We engage the kids to come in after they've finished eating to clean up, wash tables. We have a little gift that we give them, maybe a little toy or a healthy snack to help with that. Right now, because of the pandemic, this is all changing. So what I'm referring to is things that we can do before this all came about. Now we're trying to implement this slowly, but continue it going because it's so important. But we also, the kids, we have little cards that the kids, and I don't know if you can see these.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, and they're wonderful. They like our blueberry. We have brain booster blueberries and tasty tomatoes, and that came from Let's Go 5210. They support us in a lot of ways so that we can get the word out. I kind of want to backtrack just a little bit about the program because it's so important. This not only teaches our kids healthy activities, healthy foods, but it also helps on our cost, and it helps on our waste because the kids, we can offer certain things. They don't have to be just given. They're offered, and they can choose what they want. But the scorecard is a great way for us to keep on track throughout the year. Like Maybe we do taste testing a couple of times a year. We check that off. We might try different ways to present the food, packaging it in a special way or putting it on a salad bar. Unfortunately, we can't do salad bars right now, but it makes it more attractive and it makes more special for the children. We have things that we do in the classrooms. The teachers are wonderful at teaching the kids and educating the kids. We have 5210 comes in and does educational things in the classroom. One of my favorite things that we did prior to Renee was Katie Putman had been coming in and she did a active story, and it involved all of the students from K to 6. And they were all in the gymnasium and they were all acting this story out, and it was so much fun. So it's a way to keep our kids engaged, and it's a way to meet that gold standard.
I don't want to lose sight of this, and I know that this isn't what the interview is about, but I know that you were one of the Gold Star schools during the pandemic as well. I recall us sharing a picture of you and your staff packaging meals as one of our photos of the week here at ACAP. Your team really did some phenomenal work during those weeks that you were sending meals home to students. Tell us a little bit about that process.
That was challenging, and it still is challenging. But I have a wonderful team, from the food service staff that we have here to our custodians, to our staff from ed techs to nurse to teachers to our administration, who get behind us and who make sure that we have all the materials that we need to provide these meals for our kids. When this first started, it was very fast. It was over the weekend. We got word, put up the lunches, they got to be delivered. So we had to come up with a way, and we did it. We first started out delivering daily. So the kids had fresh food, a breakfast and a lunch. It was free of charge. Then we went from daily to providing every meal for 3 days, like we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The buses would go out and deliver those meals to the homes. Parents were wonderful about meeting. They social distancing so that we just left the meal there. They quickly picked it up, took it in, and if it was a 3-day meal, they put it in their fridge and kept it so the child would have breakfast for 3 days and lunch for 3 days. We had to beef up our equipment, places to put the food, and so it was very challenging, but we met it, and we're very proud of that. And most importantly, our students got fed, and that continues.
Yes, and when we talk about heroes during this pandemic, oftentimes it's folks thinking about the healthcare heroes and the essential workers, of which you certainly were that, but your team were true heroes during the pandemic and continue to be every day, is recognized by this gold award that you received. What does it mean for you and your team? Because as you just talked us through, I mean, all of the standards that you set really require you to go from the actual preparation and what you put on the menu all the way up to engaging your local community. So this is truly a community-wide success for Easton.
Well, it certainly means a lot that we can do this and that we have accomplished it. We've been doing this for a very long time. And what's great about this is we're finally being recognized. And we can see, okay, we started out at bronze, we went to silver, and we've been at gold for quite a while here. And that's nice. It's recognition of all the hard work that our ladies do. And we plan to continue that. And this will help us to do that. We keep our scorecard right there so that we know what we're up against for the week, for the month, and we know what challenges we have to face. And so that helps, but it really means a lot because we can provide our families with the security of your food is safe, it's clean, your staff care, we love our students, and we want to provide the best for them. So that gives us a chance to see that.
That's amazing, Lori. Renee, as you hear Lori speak and you work, I think you mentioned what, 69 sites throughout Aroostook County. I'm going to share the screen and we're gonna go through those. Not that you need to list them. We'll just let people read those. But I want to ask you, from your perspective, what your thoughts are. I mean, 69 out of 900 in the northern New England region for Aroostook County, given our size, is pretty impressive. And you have wonderful people to work with, like Lori. What are your thoughts about all of the honorees?
Right. Well, this goes to prove that the program's really grown in the county over the last few years, and they have had challenges, especially during the pandemic. And our sites really went above and beyond just to continue to increase the healthy habits for our children. And it just shows that they really care, and they've embraced the concepts, and they know how important that it is to ensure children have the right tools that they need to improve their health and to start and maintain healthy habits. And it's been really rewarding to see kids and these sites being recognized, and just the message and that they can have over a long period of time of learning to live a better and healthier lifestyle.
So in all of these awards, in the gold, the silver, and the bronze awards, we do have, like Lori Gilman can attest, the programs for school nutrition. We also have, as you mentioned, Renee, early care and education sites, what we call out-of-school programs. And those out-of-school programs, a number of them are, we have a recreation department and some after-school care. And then school programs as a whole. So there's Fort Kent, Madawaska Elementary, Valley Rivers, Washburn District Elementary School. What's the distinction in terms of a school-wide program? How does that work?
School-wide typically can be the whole district, and we kind of want to include, sometimes there's 3 or 4 schools in each district. And so we will make sure that all of those are included.
Wonderful. And so as we before we leave you two today, get your final thoughts on both. First, let me start with you, Lori, on Easton's designation, and just sort of wrap it up for us in terms of your thoughts and what your plans are for 2021.
Well, we're hoping to have our students back into the cafeteria. We're slowly putting a few classes back with us. Seating is a little difficult because of the spacing, but we're hoping to get them back with us, and that's our primary goal. We go to the end of the year in serving free breakfast and lunch to the students. The other thing I want to mention is we have so much support through ACAP, through our Let's Go program. We have a water fountain. The bottles are all given to us free. The kids have so many advantages already in place before this even started that we could make and bring our kids back successfully to school because of the things that we have obtained through grants and funding, and that's really good. So our water is provided, our bottles are provided by 5210, and we just got those, Renee, thank you, last week. That was very nice, and our kids are utilizing those. We do the symposiums too, which are very helpful to the staff, and we're hoping to do some of those this year. And we're hoping that maybe we can get some, Renee, or some support in the classrooms once this kind of all settles down and we see where we're going. So we can continue some education in the classrooms along with up here in the cafeteria.
Renee, sounds like your program's making quite the impact. And how are you reflecting on that, and how are you looking toward the future?
Right. Well, right now things do look differently. And so, like Lori said, we've always assessed and helped to evaluate these programs, in a simple kind of way. So this scorecard is something that helps them to, kind of track themselves, but we're going to have to sunset that. It doesn't look the same right now. The kids aren't in the lunchrooms. These girls are going out. These women are bringing and delivering all of these lunches individually to each classroom. So we can't really evaluate how their cafeteria looks. So we're going to have to be innovative, and we're going to have to be creative, and we want to find a new way that's realistic to help the cafeterias reach goals and be successful and keep the environment in a, in a healthy flow.
Well, it's a good thing that innovation is your middle name, Renee, because it
Yes,
sounds like you're
yes.
going to need it.
Yes, that's right. And we will come up with something. It's just a little soon right now.
Great. Well, we'll look forward to hearing more about that when the time comes. And Renee Bragdon and Lori Gilman, thank you so much for joining us on ACAP today. And most especially, thank you for all the work that you're doing to keep our children healthy and to encourage them to be even more healthy, both on their dining and physical activity levels. So thank you so much for that. Before we leave you though, today we want to remind everyone out there that please do reach out to us if you've heard something about the 5210 Let's Go program here and you run a daycare and are not an enrolled site or in a school district that isn't enrolled. Please do give us a call. We'd love to connect with you, our rec departments as well. You can reach us by the information available here on your screen. We also encourage you to visit our Facebook page. We'll be posting the winners of all of the gold, silver, and bronze awards throughout Aroostook County there. You can search for us on our YouTube channel where you can see this broadcast again or other past broadcasts of ACAP Today, plus some wonderful activities from some of our prevention and education folks here at ACAP. And also look us up at acap-me.org, our new website, which will also have the information posted on the award site recipients here in Aroostook County. And then we also want to let you know that another platform where you can join us now as of last week is on Twitter. ACAP has joined Twitter. Our handle is Aroostook Cap, and we will actively be on there later this week as we will be participating in a national Twitter conversation around the 2-generation whole family work that we have been able to pilot here at ACAP with some success. So we look forward to chatting with you on Twitter in the future. And lastly, as we do each week, we close with our snapshot of the week. Only this week we have snapshots of the week, reminding everyone, as we did in the news segment, that it's almost telethon times. Or telethon time, I should say, for the Warm and Safe Homes Telethon with WAGM and United Way of Aroostook and ACAP teaming together. We recently participated in an interview or several interviews preparing for this that will start to air shortly after Election Day on WAGM in anticipation of the November 19th telethon, which will run from 5:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. on WAGM. We hope you tune in and join us for that. And we hope you tune in and join us for next week's webisode of ACAP Today, when we look at another one of the programs here at ACAP and how they're helping you. Next week, we'll be focusing on healthcare navigation, which the open enrollment period starts on November 1st. So a very timely discussion for us next week as well. For now, for all of us here at the Aroostook County Action Program, I'm Jason Parent, wishing you all a good week. We'll see you again next week.